Hey guys, what's up? Mike MacDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you ever fall into the network marketing event coma? Does that ever happen to you, or does it ever happen to your team where basically you go to an event and they get excited, they're all motivated, or maybe you're motivated, and then a day later, maybe 2 days later, you're back into your daily routine, you've lost all your motivation, you haven't really accomplished much, and you kind of feel like, what was the point? What is that? What happened? I was all excited. I was motivated. I was going to do big things. And then 2 days later, you got nothing. Well, today's video, I just want to talk about the idea of how to avoid that and how to maintain momentum in your business. So one thing that you want to do is create contests and create events immediately after an event. So what are some different things you can do? Well, one event that you can do or a contest, is, for example, you could do, we call it like a mastermind dinner. And what is that? So basically, every time you have a company event, be it like a monthly training that you have, or maybe one of the bigger company events, what you do is you set a specific number of people that you had to have signed up, different amount of customers. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 1, something like that. You set up some type of number of customers that you have to have gotten started prior to the event. And then what you do is you say, okay, and you need to bring 3 new people to this event. So anyone that achieves those so right after the event ends, you set this up, and then it goes right until, the day before the next event. So anyone that achieves those gets to go out and have dinner with some of the top leaders in your organization. So what that does, you constantly promote this. You talk about how awesome the dinner was, and obviously you have people that are coming in your team, so you pay for the dinner because that's generating business in your organization. So you're investing back into your team. So you do that, and then what happens is you set up a culture around that where you're always promoting the mastermind dinners and how awesome it's going to be. And again, you take pictures at these dinners. You go to cool places. Maybe you go to a fancier restaurant than people normally would in their normal day-to-day lives, and it creates a real event and a fun environment. And if you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be some crazy fancy high-scale restaurant. It could be just the fact that you're going out and having a good time, but you're paying for the dinner or you're paying for drinks. Again, it's like you scale it to where your business is at. But again, this is a great contest you can use. And why do you have events and contests? Because it keeps people in the game. A lot of times people right after the event, like I said, they go into that coma and they just get sucked back into their daily lives or around their current sphere of influence and people they hang out with all the time. So maybe those aren't motivated people striving for their goals. Maybe they're people that are negative with them, or they're talking down about their goals or their success. And again, it's just a different environment that they're involved with. So it can take them out of the game. But one thing you can do is have a contest like that. Another thing you can do is set up blitz weeks or blitz presentation weeks for your team already in advance before the training. So instead of being at the training and then it's done and then being like, okay guys, let's get together, let's figure out some presentations this week, let's do this. And then again, people get off track, they get sucked out of their comfort zone, and again, they go back to where they were and nothing really happens. But if you set that up in advance, so let's say your Super Saturday training or company event or whatever the case is was on that Saturday, well, you already have planned an event in advance that, Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, the next week we're having big group presentations at this person's house or in a restaurant or, whatever. Again, you scale it to your business, whatever you have going on. So if you're already doing home presentations and you have that set up, cool, figure that out. So it's like, we're going to have them on this side of town Monday night, this side of town Tuesday night, this side of town Wednesday night. You already have it planned out. These are going to be the speakers. We have these leaders lined up to do the presentation. Your job now is just to invite. Bring them to those presentations, have them come, and you're going to keep that momentum going. So set stuff up in advance versus having the event happen. People are excited, some time goes by, and then you try and create things happening after that as well. It's going to, again, set you back. So if you want to keep and maintain your momentum and avoid the network marketing event coma, be sure to have events set up in advance after the company event, and then also that you're doing contests that are involved with bringing people to events and promoting that next event. So one of the best ways you can build your team and your organization is from events to events. So if you promote the events, if you build the events build your people, and that builds your team. So be sure to focus on those concepts when you're building your business. So again, if you guys got value out of this video, feel free to comment and share. And then if you are in network marketing, like I said, the biggest key, if you have all this set up for your team, they need to know how to invite. If you don't know how to invite correctly, you're not going to get people to the presentations. You're not going to grow your business. So if you really want to learn how to prospect and invite, be sure to go to coachmikemacdonald.com, enter your name and email. You're going to get access to my free audio training, 14 proven keys to inviting for your business. So learn the ins and outs of how to prospect properly and show people professionally and get more eyeballs on the presentation. And again, maintain that momentum in your business long term. So again, go to coachmikemacdonald.com/inviting. I'll put the link up here in a sec so you can check that out. But really appreciate your guys' time. We'll talk to you soon.